there.
No,
On there.
my bucket list. All right.
It's there now.
What's up, y'all? What's happening? How we doing? What's going on? How are you? Sure, I look tired. Stop judging me. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I just want to lay down. I almost didn't make the live, but I said, you know what? Someone out there needs me. Someone out there needs to hear my voice. They need to see my dark, baggy, saggy eyes. I stay up to 2 a.m. to write one page. You know what I realized, bro?
What?
Check this out. You ever have somebody be like, oh, I don't have time to write, or where do you find the time? Shit like that. You realize if you wrote one page a day, that's 365 pages. That's one page a day.
You're not giving niggas any room to make excuses.
A 365 page. That's 4 movies. If you wrote 90 pages for a movie, that's 4 movies a year. For one page a day. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
When you break it down like that, what is the excuse? Man, that blew my mind, dog. I said, oh, you can't never say, I didn't have time to finish something. One page a day?
Yeah, that's
365 pages. That's a Lord of the Rings book. What's up, y'all? What's up, Lucas? What's up, Loyalty is Love? What's up, Zoo? What's up, Sage G? Yay, lives matter. What up? What up, Crystal J? Yeah, what did I put in there? Who I gotta fix this. It was who's tripping more, Dre or Ye? Who's had the biggest blunder of the week? You still team all Ye all day?
I'm not buying that shirt, but hey man,
You're not gonna buy the White Lives Matter shirt? You're not buying it?
My card won't swipe for that purchase.
Interesting.
But,
Interesting that you say this.
But I think he's dropping an album or something, so I'll buy the album.
He's got to be dropping something.
Yeah.
He's going way too. Every time Kanye goes nuts, he drops an album, and I haven't heard anything. But it's got to be some kind of surprise album. He's like, oh, I just happen to be talking about all my crazy stuff right here. It makes sense, unless he's just really gone crazy right now. We have not Dr. Dre. What's up, bro? Not Dr. Dre. Draymond Green. Dr. Dre's doing quite well. Dr. Dre, shout out to him to have to. Dr. Dre literally punched a woman back in the 90s and had one of the best careers of all time. He punched a whole woman in the face at a party, and this is not even his wife. And those accusations, and he's had the greatest career ever. I would trade a little domestic abuse charge for that career. He had $1 billion deal with Apple. What's up, Big Sis Chris? Where you been hiding? We should bring back lynching just for He's beyond disrespectful. We're not gonna do that. What's up, dog? The Cowboys.
I'll see you next week. We whooping y'all ass.
Who?
The only undefeated team in the NFC.
Wait a second. Let's okay. It's a gentleman here. We all work together in a sense. He's wearing a Cowboys hat and which is fine. The Cowboys are hanging this team together by
literally keeping y'all
by a shoestring. I don't know how the
shoestring.
Oh yeah, there's the team is.
We're like the cat poster. We hanging out.
Here's what's gonna happen. This is what always happen to Cowboy fans. They get hype, right? And then they just self-implode, and then they go, Jerry Jones has to go. He's the worst owner.
But wait a second, though. Mm-hmm. Isn't this the dude wearing a hat of the 0-16 team that was 2 years in a row? At least you got a streak.
Here's the thing, though. It's just that it would hurt if I wasn't immune to these things. I got the calluses of calluses.
It's like when you're just so used to defeat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. You might as well just name your next kid Defeat.
Yeah, but you're excited.
I'm excited because
says, how long you been working here? Not a single piece of Cowboys gear.
What are you talking about? I always wear my hat.
No, shut the fuck up. Not a single piece of Cowboys gear.
I got my goddamn name on my shit. Yeah, I will do you, damn. I have it embroidered.
Not a single piece. Like, have you ever? You just dusted it. No, look how dusty the shit is. Look how dusty that hat is.
It's dusty.
You were like, we're winning again.
Exactly.
They're not with the
There's no. You guys aren't real Cowboy fans.
Yeah, I told him his streak is always 16.
What are you guys talking about, bro?
Well, I'm sorry.
You know why I'm the real winner? Because I keep a light, even all the. I can't believe the Eagles are undefeated. That's what's great.
Undefeated.
That's
Oh,
what's crazy.
you
Texas
quiet.
we found our Tom Brady.
He
He said we found our Tom Brady. And what's the kid's
Who?
name? What's the quarterback's name right now?
Who?
Rush. Cooper Rush. Yeah. No, she was like, we found our Tom Brady. I was like, maybe.
It's a bit of a reach.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, but Eagles, like, bro,
We like that.
what's up with your boy Donovan
In the
McNabb?
great
bro?
words of Sass.
Who?
What can go
Oh,
wrong?
you forgot
will go
you forgot
wrong.
you're a franchise quarterback years ago that
What
couldn't do a
up,
single
Samson?
damn thing.
Well, that was way back
Who was the
then.
quarterback?
Right now we got Jalen
Oh.
Hurts.
Oh,
That-
McNabb. Hey,
Oh,
wait
he
a second.
hurt.
Wait a second. Wait, McNabb was a great.
Exactly, but he was
great
in a
quarterback.
shitty city that couldn't do anything with
Well, that's a fact. Okay.
Well, you know, Andy Reid's system didn't really work for him on a long.
It worked great for him. What are you talking
not
about?
long.
He had T.O. literally broke his leg, came back like, yo, I'm here, and you still lost.
It shows you how good McNabb is. He had one great receiver. Who was the best receiver besides Terrell Owens to ever play with the Eagles? That was it. He got one great player and went to Super Bowl that year, and you were just like,
I was
all these
gonna say
missing.
Wayne Corbett, but that was the other green team,
Yeah.
the Jets.
No man,
Yeah,
Stephen
I'm
A.
sorry.
Smith. Okay, I got you.
But all that matters is today
I know who that was.
we're 5-0.
That's cool.
Huh?
And you guys won a Super Bowl a couple of years
We
ago.
did.
Yes,
We're
like
going
these
back.
guys.
They work at Dunkin' Donuts, man.
Who?
Who?
The Lions.
I
Not
wish.
even.
I wish I could go get free donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. They're the dudes
I
standing
wish.
outside with the chain. Can I have change?
Everybody was like,
Why
the
not?
Lions are the number one scoring team. Then they got beat 29-0. And I was like, this is why I don't. This is why I'm like, I know what it is. All right, Rob. Deshaun Jackson. That was later. I'm talking about in the McNabb days. What can go wrong will go wrong. Cowboy fans come out the woodworks, bro. They be hiding, and then all of a sudden, here come Cowboy fans. This nigga ain't never won. You get quiet as shit when they're all right. See ya. I wear Lions gear year round. Cowboy fans wait. Soon as the Cowboys start getting to that, all the gear is gone. All the gear is gone. Never fails. Same with these Eagle fans, man. And everybody believing in Jalen Hurts now.
I always believed in him. He came out of Nick Saban's system. He's bound to win.
This dude went to Nick Saban's system. Was dope. Went to Oklahoma because Nick Saban abandoned him for Tua. Was still dope. Is that it? Do you hear a whole dog right now, Bart?
I think there's that's a dog.
What in the hell?
There's enough white people here to believe there's a dog.
I wear my jerseys with my head down. We are the Bears shuffling crew. I'll be telling it, Deshaun Jackson, a legend in Philly. I heard Deshaun Jackson was trying to be a rapper, and I heard it was awful. Anybody else concur? Anybody else have heard this? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Stephen A. Smith. I feel like he just goes like, if I can be louder, then I sound righter. I just never been a Stephen A. guy. He's just loud. You know who I miss, though? Stuart Scott. Now, that guy was great. Can you imagine how much smack Texas is going to talk if the Cowboys win? I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I'm going to be hype. Well, they won't win the Super Bowl this year with not with Cooper Rush, not with Dak Prescott. Let's be honest. But their defense is amazing. But a good defense alone, I've seen a few average-ass quarterbacks go to the Super Bowl with a great defense. There was
Nick Foles.
you say what, Nick Foles?
Yeah.
Do you know who Trent Dilfer is? You've never heard of Trent Dilfer?
No.
He was a starting quarterback for the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl in the what's his name era before Flacco.
Right.
Before Flacco, that's how far back. But he was with the Ray Lewis and them before. That's how great that defense was.
That defense was crazy.
You ain't never heard of Trent Dilfer. He got a whole Super Bowl ring. You know who Rob Johnson is? And when the Bucks won the Super Bowl back in the day in early 2000s, I was Rich Gannon. Heard of him? I'd be like, there's some trash quarterbacks who will win. Actually, he lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots. Actually, Tom Brady's first. I miss the brothers that had a show called Two Live Stews. Oh, yeah. What happened to them? What happened to the Two Live Stews? I remember that. Yeah. Great defense gives room for mid players. No doubt.
Whose dog is that?
Hey, the story that's up. What's up, Moyo? Your brother went up there like,
Oh, pump that motherfucker. I'm Adam Venturi, nigga.
He's not working.
You were literally receiving on daddy issues when they rebooted. Plus, you're spewing the same rhetoric he does about football. What? I was a Stephen A. when we rebooted. What do you mean? What was my? Plus, you're spewing the same rhetoric he does about football. What's the rhetoric? What am I wrong about football wise? What did I say that was wrong?
That's the Krispy Kreme donut.
What am?
That's the Krispy Kreme donut.
What I say that was inaccurate here?
Oh, donuts. Stop, they have donuts.
I can't believe they get dogged out like that.
Donuts for sale.
Who got? What college team got? Was it Texas? They got.
I don't know, but Alabama almost lost and Georgia almost lost the week before, bro. I need these teams to lose.
Slaves.
They're getting paid now, bro.
NIL deals. Them boys getting that money.
Shoot, Bronny just got a big ass deal for Nike.
That's Bronny though.
You got
I'm just saying, he just got an NIL deal.
What about the person? What about
Bronny not even balling like that.
He's not getting
You know who's gonna be cold? Bryce is gonna be cold.
Oh, Bryce is already 6'9". What's up, Thief? Cowboy fans being annoying. Well, Cowboy fans are annoying. That's not that's a fact. That's a fact. Cowboy fans are annoying. Cowboy fans are very annoying. What? They think they're the greatest team, and then once they start losing, they shut it down. When you came on Daddy Issues, stole our Keon's haters. I did do that. Keon was like, "Woo, yeah, y'all hate Jazz. Take it to him." Brother Matt just said Cam don't like black people. What? And we had Cam in the longest. We'll talk about Chaz. What's the penalty that the black community poses when anyone is disrespectful to us? Zero. It's zero. There is no penalty when you know what happens now though. Anytime there's a racial remark or something, other white people try to get in front of it now. You know what I mean? Because I think some of these marches really did. People talk about marches and riots and stuff or whatever, but nobody wants that. Nobody wants that problem in their cities. When all that happened with Floyd, forgetting his name for a second, but people went nuts, man. Rightfully so. You know, it put the whole world on us. There were people marching in different countries because of his murder. So when anything slightly racist happens, people come out and apologize. They fire everybody. All these Karens and stuff, people get fired immediately because they don't want no smoke. It's not even us anymore. It's like, y'all would tear this bitch up. Y'all be paying for repairs for years in this piece. What's up, ISIS? Nobody even mentioned Cam. There's a Cam. It says Cam. Brother Max just said Cam don't like black people. Oh, is that what you're talking to him? George Floyd. Yeah, that shook the world. It really did. George Floyd did. Loyalty Jeff got a big Cowboys fan. I'm not a Brother Max. Are you a Texans fan? Loyalty is love. East Texas fan. They had your own team in East Texas. But yeah, man, I mean, that was one of the things that there's not a whole lot of it really took it to be a videotape, and shout out to that girl who recorded it. Because man, it would have been another thing that got under publicized. You know, everything matters, everything changes when there's a video out. When there's a video out, that's why Ray Rice got fired. He was with the team, remember, until that video came out with him assaulting his wife, or even with Draymond right now. It's when that video comes out and you've been tripping. What's up, Anna Suzette? When that video comes out and you've been tripping, it means a lot more. And, you know, it's slowly getting bigger to the police force where people are being held accountable. It's not nearly fast enough, but it's slowly, you know, gravitating to where people have to think twice before they pull that trigger. But it's still not anywhere close to where it should be. Bro, I didn't even like football left. I'm a bandwagon fan. Don't be a bandwagon fan. Just be like, I don't like football like that. If you just sound like football like that, I'm like, that's what's up. People be like, who's winning? I'm rooting for who's winning. People always wanna, you know, I'm a Lions fan who's gonna go talk shit about the other team no matter what. But look at your Lions, we already know. Now back to your team. He didn't assault his wife. He beat her like a stranger. He carried her out the elevator. He could have just left her there. That was very husbandly of him to do. He wasn't gonna leave her there. He dragged her limp body back to the room, put her in the bed, took her shoes off, laid her on, put some cucumbers over her eyes. It was very nice about it afterwards. You know, she woke up in a nice bubble bath with an ice pack. This is awful. It was very nice about it after the fact. Draymond Dev getting traded for the next year option. But yeah, they stuck with him for now. Actually, isn't this his last year and he has a player option? Oh, you say he's getting traded. Well, who wants a trade? Who taking that trade? Who taking that trade? Draymond cost some bread. Draymond don't. He ain't taking. Draymond's a big chunk of cap space. You wrong. I know. Anderson is that. You know. I know. Honestly, don't follow any sports like that until it's like the finals or something. Come on, loyalty is love. Being on vid def changes everything. And it says that. And that says that. Carrie, my bad. They've influenced me to say your name incorrectly. What do you mean? How? It's Anna says that. You were like, why do y'all keep saying Anna says that? Anna says that. That's what it says. Anna says that. Right? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, man, it makes a big difference, man, when something's on record. When it's on record, woo. I couldn't imagine being like, where would y'all get this video from? I mean, it looked like me, but like, I mean, I don't know if it's like, you know, I mean, we got the same body type, but he got the he do got the dimple. Look around the camera. He do. I mean, I got a face that look like people though. You know what I mean? My face looks like other people's faces. I have the default face. This is default brown. You know, if you're building the character, you start with me. I got default. Oh shit. Yeah, he was stomping. He was stomping him out. Yeah. Blood on my shoes. Nah, that's so I should get a lawyer. Huh? Come on, man. Packer fans are loyal. Kanye White live shirt though. Thoughts? He pronounces every syllable and it says that I don't watch sports at all, just Chicago teams to win except the Cubs. I feel that. Simpson. Have you watched Jasmine Blues on Netflix yet? I have not watched Jasmine Blues yet. Should I? Isn't that Tyler Perry's thing? I might. Kanye's White Lives shirt. Okay, well, here's the basic truth. White lives do matter. Of course, we know that. We also know why people are saying Black Lives Matter. We also know what it means. What happened is that something that was supposed to be really good and impactful, some Black people ruined it because they are getting in trouble for spending that money elsewhere. And that's a problem, bro. I remember when Kwame Brown got elected in Detroit for mayor, right? And it was like what's up, Miss McKeeba? And it was like a big thing, you know? And he was from there, and it was like, yo, Black mayor, and he started, you know, using money for his own personal gain. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, bro, and then people were mad at how much time he got convicted for, and they were mad at him. And I was like, yo, you were in a position, Kwame Kilpatrick, I'm sorry. I said Kwame Brown. Not Kwame Brown, Kwame Kilpatrick, excuse me. Yes. And it was like, dog, you were in a position. I am sorry, Moyo. I'm like, you were in a position to do something really, really dope and great for your city, and it's like you took advantage of it. And I can't feel bad for you when you chased a place of opportunity. You chased it, you got it. People believed in you, and you let them down. You let yourself down. Blah blah blah. I probably would still too, but when I get greedy, using the money for one thing, stealing the money is another. You know what I mean? Like, the bad thing about the Black Lives Matter movement is the women in charge when they bought a house, and this lady bought like furniture and stuff for the crib, and it was just kind of like, and it was $6 million, a $6 million house, and it was like, which they said was like an office place, but man, you just go like, you could have done so much, but there was such a fight, such a push behind you, and for this, it was just like, it's really, really disappointing, man. Really disappointing. And everybody was already calling it a scam. It was like you had a chance to really legitimize it, and you dropped it. You know what I mean? So now you make a mockery of something that was already being mocked. It was already being mocked. It was already being stolen as a slogan. It was already being used by people who want to see harm to you. You know what I mean? And instead of rising up to the occasion, instead of raising your level of play, to say is like, you failed miserably from Kwame and from the Black Lives Matters team. So it's really, so now you give someone like Candace Owen a chance to go make this documentary. You give these people a bigger chance to mock you, who are already against you, and instead of being like, no, we're gonna go prove ourselves right, you prove these people right. And it's like, you got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. There's no room for error when we're talking about Black lives that matter. You made room for error. So now Black lives don't matter. You did the exact opposite of what you were trying to do. And now you give everybody a chance to go, well, Black Lives Matter stole. And it's like, now we're right back to black people still. Because now we're generalizing. This is what happens all the time, is we finally got specific about a movement, Black Lives Matter. We finally got specific about something. This is what we're talking about. And now you made it into a joke. And now it's a joke. And now you got other people going on. And the difference was, I was telling somebody about, they were like, well, Kanye went on, he talked to Charlamagne, he talked to the black people. Now he's talking to the white people. I'm like, Fox News isn't CNN. It's not just white people in general. It is a based target audience of people who are white nationalists, who are your Trumpers. I'm like, that's the base. That's the base. I'm sure there are some other ones, but that's the base. You know what I mean? They had to spend the money so they didn't get in trouble, since it was a nonprofit. But come on, buying houses for your family, you couldn't think of any other help for the community you started this for. Yeah, there was a lot of places to start with that money. I bet you this, that they pretend that they don't know the difference between a group and a real movement. I agree with that. Big sis Chris. People get caught up trying to do what they think all old white money does. The BLM really showed that Black lives don't matter, which you use this movement for your own greed. Yeah, man. They really fucked it up. But it's just an accusation. I think it's more than that now, big sis Chris, because this is just kind of coming out, but I've heard about this a year or two ago. He was on display for the world to see under a microscope and messed it all up. Yeah, I'm gonna start a movement called I Just Want to Get Home. Hey, man, then I'll show y'all support me, honestly. And that's the whole thing, is like, whether you're, no matter what race or nationality you are, you want to be able to go outside your house and get home safely, and you want the same for your children. Like, that's it. I don't know what people are scared of or what they think you're coming for, but it's like, I want to be able to go to the crib and come back to the crib without having to be like, okay, I got to worry about this person. Oh, there's a Confederate flag. Man, I can tell you guys stories, man. I can tell you guys when I was going door to door back, and I was in the outskirts of Michigan somewhere, and I was walking down this road, kind of like a little dirt road, and these two dudes in a truck came up, and they tried to throw like a Coke can at me or something. And one of the dudes yelled out the car, he was like, nigger, and he threw like a little bitch. And I yelled back, pussy. And they kept on driving. But I was like, easily could have been a mauled, you know what I mean? They could easily get out the car and try to do whatever they could to me, you know? But I'm like, that was one instance of me randomly walking in a suit. Mind you, I was wearing a suit, randomly walking and being verbally accosted that could have turned into something worse, you know? and minding my own business, literally just being a black dude. And people want to tell me shit like I haven't experienced this shit. People always want to joke and be like, Chaz is a Republican, Chaz is a black. Chaz has been called a racial slur while minding his goddamn business in the middle of some white town. So I don't ever want to hear that fucking bullshit from people. It be the dumb shit like that you be like, this is why we all can't get along together. Because you motherfuckers say dumb shit on the fuck you talking about sometimes. 6 million on a house is too much. Way too much. Way too much. On donation money, it's way too much. Way too much. What are we gonna do with all this money laying around? What would they do? Seeing Candace Owens is just me, or does she have a woodland critter face like she woodland critter? She does. She looks like one of those chipmunks. You know what I mean? Like Chip and Dale. Bro, they had me working in East Texas doing this census until I turned dry my slab. Then my white folks was opening the doors in the country club. Nope. No, they weren't. I was in Brighton, Michigan. I was in Brighton, man, going door-to-door sales. I was in this neighborhood, and a cop rolls up, and this cop was like, hey, man, yeah, we got talks with somebody who doesn't belong in the neighborhood. And I'm like, well, officer, if I see anything, I'll say something. And they wound up taking me to jail. I was like, that's what's up. Just for being black in the neighborhood. You know? Happens. They beat civil rights pioneers in their suits and hard bottoms. That's why I play the respectability game, for real. He said hard bottoms. That was just shameful using the funds for that. Wait, you see Byron Allen has just bought a house in Malibu for $100 million? Byron Allen got that bread, dog. They called the police on me because Brighton's a very rich white area, and I was a black dude going door to door. And so when they arrested me, even though they saw my ID and stuff, they said I was trespassing in this neighborhood. And I was like, there's no signs out. And the officer was like, hey, man, I have to get you out this neighborhood. He's like, I had to get you out this neighborhood. And then they wind up taking me to their police station. And I was like 19. So, I didn't want to get shot in the face. And there was white people looking outside their doors. And I was like, no, I'm the last black dude to come in this neighborhood. I'm the last one. This might a black person has bought a house for. The most a black person has bought a house for in the U.S. Wow, that's crazy. They took me to jail in Brighton. Then they called Lansing Police Department. Said there's something they messed up, whatever. And then they drove me down. I forgot where they actually did a meetup, but from Lansing Police Department, it had picked me up. And gave me a ride home, even though I was still cuffed. Ain't that crazy? That really happened to me. Yeah. Young brother. The most black. Every video I've seen of her, she needs an acorn. If it wasn't a gated community, then don't have the legal right to remove you from public property for walking. Was not gated. Very wide open. Didn't hop a fucking fence. You would have thought I was in somebody's backyard. That's crazy. That's reality, yo. You know what I'm saying? Guess I'm lucky that I made it home, right? I remember my mom went to the Lansing Police Department and cussed everybody out. And they were like, we didn't do this. It was like, that was Brighton. And mom was like, we should drive up there. I'm like, I'm never going back to Brighton. I'm never going back to Brighton. Fuck that whole city. You'll never see me perform anywhere on there. Would you give a talk to the kids? Oh, I got a speech, all right. I got a speech for the ages. That was 20 years ago, damn near. For $100 million, it better be an entire state. If he bought a house for $100 million, it's not an entire state, but it's nice. I'm driving through a little town outside Lansing Stockbridge right now. Let me get home right quick, man. I remember I was seeing a very, very, very briefly dated. I can't even say dated. I hung out with this white girl from Leslie, Michigan. Even know where it was, out in the country. Her family did a pig roast. I forgot what they called it. They called it something else. And I remember I got there and it was the whitest thing. It was definitely Get Out, but they had this pig on a spigot. Everybody was so nice. Everybody was so, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're in Lansing. Oh, wow. Okay, the big city. I was the big city compared to Leslie. And man, I just remember being like, if I get murdered here, this would make sense. This would make sense. This is what am I doing here? What am I doing out here? Never heard of Leslie. I know. I know. It's a small ass town. There's a bunch of those towns that we used to like either wrestle or, do like a tune-up game with it, like in football. Like there was Dansville, Bath, Michigan. There was all these little Dansville. There was all these little towns, man, that we used to play against. Yeah, they were. Oh, it was wild. Been arrested once. I lied because I could. I cried because I could. The officer told me if you're going to do crime, you cannot cry like this. I said, you are right. Never again. Mama said white girls are the devil, Bobby Boucher. She did not say white girls. I thought the same thing, Big Sis Chris. Oh, man. It was almost a wrap for me. And then I got to LA. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ah. Chaz used a camera and a black man grabbed him and said, get out. Get out. Stockbridge is next to Hell, Michigan. Oh, man. Used to drop trailers in Lansing. I remember, I think I was 8 or 9. This had to be like 93 or 94. And this is when I knew I was moving out of Lansing. I was a kid. But there was a Klan rally in downtown Lansing. And I remember driving through this Klan rally. And you're seeing all these, Klan members having the right, a well-known hate group, very documented of their crimes against Black people and any minority. And they were allowed to have an open rally in the capital of Michigan. And I said, I can't live here. I knew then I would not live in Lansing. What's up, Young Deuces? What's up, man? I just did Young Deuces podcast, man. It was mad fun. It was, it's all blurred only blurs. It was mad fun, man. Appreciate you for having me on, fam. Thank you. So you guys can watch it. Click on Young Deuce's profile. Great dude, great energy, great father. I appreciate you for hitting me, dog. They used to have rallies burning crosses in the field by our house. That's crazy. And I grew up in the valley. That's crazy. I stay next to a sundown town. Damn. You stay next to a sundown town? That's insane. I heard like there was like a list of sundown towns that are still around. That's nuts, man. It's nuts that it's still a well-known. Crazy. Anywho, and there was one in Toledo. I remember this one in Toledo, Ohio, happened a little later after that, and a riot almost broke out on both sides. I remember people on both sides of the street watching the news. There was the black side of the street and the white side of the street, the Klan side, and they were just yelling back and forth. And it was like, damn, dog, is a race riot about to break out? I was like, it's been too long, man. And then Yo was just telling me, I guess like one of the, what was this news report? Hold on. This just happened. I was like, this still happens? Hold on. Yeah. Los Angeles City Council president resigns after making racist remarks about fellow council member and his black child, and it was recorded. And I said, are we still doing this? Yeah, because you like called the kid a monkey, and I was like, we're still doing this. And it's almost 2023, and we're still calling black kids monkeys. Come on, dog. I'm more offended that it's nothing new. I'm like, come on, dog. There's gotta be a new insult. Be creative. There's gotta be something new. There's gotta be something new by now you can call us. The one I heard was very funny. A friend of mine, black dude, was dating this Mexican girl. And he was like, man, her grandfather was like, I don't want to have no microphone head kid. And I said, I've never heard that. Microphone head? I said, that is hilarious. That was funny. I said, now that's how you do it. If you're going to do racism, make it creative. Make me laugh with it. I might be like, hey, dog, that was fucked up, but it was funny. Give me something new. Come on. But it's old monkey stuff. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. You got to give me something better than this. Some dude's got the mayor's daughter pregnant. It's no longer a sundown town. Crazy your country is functioning, man. Tell me about it, Zoop. It was raining about money. She said it in Spanish too. As someone burned a cross on my yard, I hope they do it in winter. Microphone head. My mama's the president in WTP in Santa Clarita. Oh, for real? Hey, holla at your mama. That's hilarious. They're not the most intellectual. Microphone head is funny. I would marry her. Racists aren't the most intellectual. I would marry her for that. The age of the insults lets you know it's passed through the family. Man, for real. I'm like, monkey. Come on, dog. We can do better. Just give me something new. I'm all about the originality. You can be offensive. Give me something new. The way kids act, I'll call them a monkey too. I allow someone to get me out of character. If you call me a bitch, I say, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, I got you, bitch. Keep that same energy when I'm bitch slapping you. Boo boo. Man, my ear, guys. Hold on. This. Show you. Letting Toots know I'm live. Just so I'm not at the crib, she don't be like, where are you, huh? Why ain't you at home? Where are you? Yeah, she don't do all that. Crazy they use religion for their own racism since the guy they follow is a brown guy like me. Who are you talking about, Super? What are you talking about? Okay, you going back to jail. Annie. Annie says, that say about this life. You and Stimson and Moyo, I'll be worried about y'all. Look, you're typing that ass. Never. I remember when I was young and had a fro, a white dude called me a used cotton ball. I'd been like, womp womp. Boo. Boo. I got your bitch. Boo. You gotta boo people's bad attempts at being racist. Oh, the Klan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you go, I haven't done it in a while. I'm not sure what it says, but I went to the Ku Klux Klan website years ago, and it was like, we are a Christian organization. I was like, oh, interesting. That's the start off. I try to apply. You got to upload a picture. I had two quadroon babies, and found racism religion was still alive and well in South Louisiana. I never knew, man. What are you saying? Quadroon babies? What is this? Quadroon? What is this, ISIS? What is this, some Louisiana talk? You ain't got to worry about me. You need to worry about whoever pulls it at the wrong time. I'm not worried about them. The Stimson killed 6 people. I'm like, I'm sure they all deserved it. I'm sure the world is better now without these people. The light crosses to show that Jesus is the light of the world. Yeah, man. Quadroon is having grandparents. That is another color. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me use this implying of what you said. Quadroon is having grandparent that is another color, like another race. So you said I had 2 quadroon babies, different color babies of different grandparents, and found out racism religion was still alive. Or were these your grandparents who were different colors and found out racism was still alive? New South Louisiana. Louisiana wouldn't surprise me about racism. Anywhere in the South screams racism. I see those trees in the South, I'd be like, oh my God. My mom gave me babies on exact race breakdown. I'm still a little confused. I gotta lie. Admit. Wait a minute. Let me Stimson and answer that being in jail. We will shut it down. Oh, I know. That's the fear. I called somebody a and felt so bad. Next time I saw him, I had to apologize. He called me on a bad day. You know what? Man, I remember this is the only time I ever be like, okay, white people, I see your point. When I think about that word, I just remember we always used it growing up. And it mattered. I've never, ever called a gay person the F word. It was never even about them being gay. It was all the homies, everybody. And then I can imagine when white people was like, what do you mean we can't call them niggas no more? And they were like, this is not the right word anymore. And it was like, what do you mean we can't call them Negroes anymore? That was me being polite. You be like, hey, dog. There's times, man, you just can't. But it's like when people try to say Oriental, it's like that is not the polite word anymore. That is not the polite word. That's not the. That's the. I was being polite. Not anymore. It's not. The Klan and Christian graduation were part of the testament is that right. I was married to a dude that called me a bitch. What? I told in a softest way, if I'm a bitch, your mama wanted you your dick. I'm not wanting that. Little girl pissing in her pamper one too. Dang, Wakiba. Wakiba came and was like, what's up, Spice? What's happening? What's happening? HI citizens more young. I'm invest my best friend. You already know. Told him he was gay. Answers that went for it. I'm on the computer and getting lost in translation. My babies are quarter white, and my mom went and found the exact racial rate and described their white percentage. I got you. I got you. A lawyer. What? Obviously we didn't make it. A lawyer at work used the word powwow to describe a meeting. You know what's funny? I didn't even get that until you said it right now. That is a gotta be what a native discriminatory term. Now that you say it, it's like sitting Indian style. I never even thought of that. I never even thought of a powwow being but I also wonder this with words like that. I also wonder this because yeah, I mean, it's not a word I hear often. Like no one's like, let's go have a powwow. Like it's not in my vernacular lore. You know. You might hear it here and there, but I never related it to like Native Americans because you know, this is what tends to happen with cultures that are stolen, remixed. It's what's going to happen to the N-word also eventually. We're in the middle of it, but like there are words that are become so synonymous with other things that it's not even necessarily offensive. It just becomes in the lore. Like Native Americans were, you know, here when, of course, the colonization. So to be calling something a powwow for hundreds of years makes sense to me if somebody would use that word, you know what I mean? Because it's been around for day one, because they used to have a lot of these meetings with white people, Native Americans used to have a lot of these meetings. And it wouldn't be surprising me if they were just like, we'll have one of your powwows. And then I can understand how something like that becomes a regular piece of vernacular. I also understand how in today's day, you know, we got to be really careful of the origin and history of words and not perpetuating them because you know, we let things go so long and you lose the root of it and we lose the power of it and all this other stuff. But I can see why somebody would say it and I think it was offensive because I wouldn't think it's offensive, but educating on the back story on it, I go like, oh, okay, that makes a ton of sense. Because sometimes people they get mad at you for saying something. You're like, I didn't even know it was a thing. I'm like, I didn't know this was bad. It's like this is how people have talked for years. Excuse me. Pardon me. Big Boy and Andre said, don't pull that thing out unless you plan to bang. Bombs over Baghdad. Yeah. Or even saying that's, oh, yeah, past 2010. Riley from the Boondocks Suite, so disappointed. Oh, Riley canceled. Riley saying, your dick is gay. And Riley canceled. The only thing, I still think it would work on Boondocks because you'd have to teach Riley that it's okay. Boondocks should be on. So we need Boondocks, man. We need that show. Remember shit has went down? That Boondocks always explored all sides of niggatry. It was great. It was great. We need that show. We need that show, man. Simpson says, Miss Makiba, hubby used to call me a bitch and just laugh. And say, yep, I can show you better than I can tell you. Shut that shit right down. Oof. I could never imagine calling yo that. And sometimes yo be irritated For Razzle Dazzle, their great grandfather said the clan has good people, and that's the point I should have ran. Oof. Right, for Razzle Dazzle. Right, shouldn't it be? Simpson Daycare. Oh, that's my favorite threat. I can show you better than I can tell you, Bird. Y'all hilarious. England comes over and shoots them Rio and Pox bullets, man, for real. Stimson, baby, I was dumb as I was wide. What phrase is that? I was dumb as I was wide? What? ISIS? What country ass term is this? What's up, Kid Cliff from the Yip? What's happening? Nothing burps better than bacon. What movie was that? Ew, I don't know. What was it? What's up, Aunt? What's happening, good sir? How you doing? Anthony Toulever. I can imagine a Kanye episode of Boondocks. Come on, bro. It'd be multiple Kanye episodes of Boondocks. Another R. Kelly episode would have came out. They'd have done so much. You seen Dallas the other day? Dallas the movie? Debbie Does Dallas? Or are you talking about the Cowboys eyes in Dallas? Like being called a B or a B or hoe during sex? Oh, I like, okay, and this is it. Why? Great question. What does it do for you? You go, it's right. I'm so nasty. Is that what does it do for you? I'm way too polite. I'd be like, you're doing quite well in the sack, me lady. That's why I tell you, you're doing quite well. We have quite exquisite vagina, my lady. It's quite exquisite from the finest parts of the country, all in one area. It's like someone saying young, dumb, and full of gum. What is, Miss McKeever? Which part? Oh, you're talking about the wide, that part, the as in why. I got you. Can we talk about old ass viscers? Hey man, y'all gotta keep up on the House of Dragons, man. I'm not gonna not talk about it because y'all behind. It's ridiculous. Okay, this shit to be talked about. First off, what's his dude name? Patty Claddenstein. Amazing performance, dude. My man gave an amazing performance. That last episode, gave him a standing ovation in my bedroom in my drawers. I got you, Mr. Kiva. He did an amazing job. I felt all that about him dying. I was like, oh, woo. Sorry, I spoiled it. My bad. But he was amazing. My dirty talk is trash. What Lloyd to Love would you be saying? He'd be like, oh, do that thing you're doing. Oh, do it harder on me. Yeah, start hard. God damn it. They put the mask back on. Yeah, he was doing too much with that. That's when Game of Thrones or House of Dragons just like, let's show you our visual effects, how much money we spent. This is a shocker for no reason. I want you to see me as I am. It's had nothing to do with anything, dog. Put your fucking mask back on. Put your mask on. What's up, Monk Hood? Monk $sign Hood. Peace was watching you. You watching the Gang on Daddy Issues all day when I was working some great content. Help pass the time. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, fam. It's your first time in here, dog. Your first time in the society. Come on in, man. Y'all make Monk $sign. Is it Monk's Hood? You go Monk $sign Hood. You just Monk Hood. We just call you Monk. I need to know I know you're rocking with this to hear more. You still want to be Angel from X-Men with your $100 rides? Absolutely. Angel Wings, I don't care what nobody says. Having Angel Wings is dope. Having Angel Wings is dope. Monk's Hood, and then got you. Like when Darth Vader took off his helmet. Darth Vader had to take out his helmet. That's different. Darth Vader had to take off his helmet because he's never seen Luke with his own eyes. That part I got. Viserys has definitely seen everybody with his own eyes before. And he still had one good eye. But Vader never got to not be a robot. It was his first time being human and seeing his child. That I got perfectly fine. I wasn't mad. I mean, he looked, but he still don't look as bad as Viserys. I don't know if y'all on House of the Dragons, man. House of the Dragons is solid. Way better than She-Hulk, first and foremost. Way better than Lord of the Rings. We tapped out on Lord of the Rings, man. It was god ass. Why they keep putting the most ass shows on TV right now? They go like, hey, here's a good idea. How do we fuck it up? How can we make a good show ass? Oh, I know we'll do all setup for 8 episodes. Okay. Yeah, little action, and then nothing happens. And everybody's like, oh my God, I love it. I fucking love it, man. Because it's all white people in those rooms. I fucking love it. That's fucking awesome. You're fucking A, yeah. And then that's how they come up with bad shows. That's how they do it. I've seen it. I've seen it in the rooms, man. This is what they do. Okay. Okay. What's up, Monk? We're all C-class students here. Man got thrown into a lava pit. Homie got thrown by a lava pit. Anybody's mentor. Hey, honestly, Obi-Wan was fucked up for that. Obi-Wan Kenobi chopped off his limbs, threw him in a lava pit, and was going to let the lava burn him to death. No one talks about that enough. He didn't even try to give him a mercy killing to his old Padawan. Yo. Hey, dog. There was no way I can let somebody who I actually love have a painful death by burning lava fire. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I didn't even think about that then. I was like, oh, he deserves to be killed for this. I was rooting for Darth Vader all over again. I was like, murder him. Murder Obi-Wan. He let you die like that. Like he was just left him to die in a lava pit. You said you love me, dog. Like, kill me quick. Whew. I'll say, hey, y'all, I had to get on my phone so I can properly engage. I'll get him, go back up. I can do dirty talk. I like a nigga to be quiet and concentrate so we can get that shit done. I can't do what you mean quiet? He's like, yeah, shh. Stimson shush him like she had a movie theater. Shh. He's over there opening up peppermints. Sorry. He got the shy strokes. How's that? How is it? Just hurry up. Okay. Are you feeling it? Does that feel good right there, or am I in the right spot? Just keep stroking. Okay. So I talked to my mother today. All right. Now the long con. It was so much shade in that episode. I was live shading that past episode. It was a dirty game. Them kids are messed up, man. Man, white kids on TV shows be ass. On TV shows, they are the worst humans. Every kid sucks on a TV show. Why? If there's a child and this child's Caucasian and young, this kid, we hate them. We hate them. I can't tell you a whole lot of white kids on a TV show that I go like, there's a good, outstanding human. Like, why they all suck? They'll all be just terrible people. They're the worst of the worst. Always, never fails. You be rooting for them to die. I'm sick of rooting for kids to die. I'll be like, this kid need to die. This kid need to go. I can't. Let me get in there. I can shoot this kid myself. Throw this kid in a lava pit. Money grabs because large for nerd franchises are the rage now. True. It's IP, man. Anything that has intellectual property will make money. I'm listening to you and supporting while cooking. Had to halt my famous nutritional preparation to tell you leave She-Hulk alone. I wish I could. Now they're dragging Daredevil and the She-Hulk, you dirty bastards, because you know I'll be back. You know I'll be back. Dirty bitches. Let's get Daredevil. Make sure we can stay on another week. It's gonna get our second season. I'm gonna be hot. Do you think we'll ever get an R. Kelly biopic? We need one. Do we need one? I don't want to see this. I have a daughter. I gotta protect her from every freaking human being on earth as it is already. Do we need an R. Kelly? You know what's funny though? You just got to play the music and it'll be jamming. But like, do you really want an R. Kelly biopic? I don't want to see this. Also, okay. Crazy thing about lava is that it's dense though, that you won't sink into lava. If you feel, you just burn on top. Oh, you just sizzle like some butter. Sis die every day. V, what's up, Elias? Facts. At bare minimum, my Mr. Big Saga movie. I'm glad you guys did not pick Wolverine. The only way you're making money with his powers is a bounty hunter and assassin. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be an assassin, but I could be like a private detective. I'm like, hey man, I found her, man. She been smashing old dude for a while, bub. That's $300 or else. Could have ended with him a quick saber stab, but now I got stuff for the murking those kids. He did murder children. You've killed younglings, Anakin. He was like, oh, but I had to, Padme. Sometimes. The Jennifer Walters slander has reached Mach speed. That lady got me watching TV while it's actively running. Oh my God. Jennifer Walters is the worst part of She-Hulk. He looked left and right. He not recording himself. Oh. Noise is fine. Conversation is not. He can talk as long as he doesn't need a response. We have too many times where sex is paused about to laugh because we both ignorant. No, thank you, please. Like water on a hot pan with the lava. As they did Dahmer, they can do anyone. He was a racist, rapist, murderer, cannibal. I don't think it gets worse than that. Hey, he doesn't have a soundtrack that goes with it. I don't want to be like, step in the name of love. Damn, R. Kelly was oh man, we was raping the hell out of these girls. Step in the name of love. Step, side to side. And in they belong. That chick. Oh, why is he doing that to that girl? Your love slide. Like, I can't be mad to it. I can't be mad. You got a fire ass soundtrack that comes with this song. They did R. Kelly biopic. It's called A Catch a Predator. Oh, for real, Simpson. Fine, you stand on that. I'll stand on not liking the fighting scenes in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super? Dragon Ball, I can feel you because it was 80s, not that dope. Dragon Ball Z changed anime. Anakin, when he entered the temple, Anakin, my saber was rated E for everyone. That's still crazy. You've killed younglings, Anakin. Younglings. Man, the Darth Vader comic book series, they need to do that into a movie. That was great. It's Darth Vader going around the galaxy trying to find his kids. He was a black father for real. Who got my kids? He went across the galaxy looking for his kids. I really think the original ideas are becoming harder to find in cinema. They're not hard to find, man. It's just movies have changed because once these $1 billion movies started, once the $1 billion movie started, it was like, oh, well, we got to go do $1 billion. Also, actors that were making $20 million a movie, no one's doing 20 mil anymore because they stopped being worth it. Free R. Kelly. Oh, Lord. And this is it. I can't have this on here. Maybe not Z. I don't remember watching it. Well, there you go, ISIS. Huh? Anakin didn't care. He killed kids before. Oh, he didn't. He probably blew up somebody in one of them pod racer things. That video game, it was a pod racer game for the 64. It was mad fun. You can build your own pod racer. Me and my brother used to race. It was mad fun. Also, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Man, Star Wars made some good games. Mad fun. The money grab, I get it. Yeah, man. It's like, there's the power of Marvel. What Marvel is losing now is that they're losing their reputation for like good movies. You know what I mean? It's just like they used to do good stories. Unlike She-Hulk. But now they're just putting out stuff and people are noticing. They're digging in the barrel. My wife was like, oh, they're doing Werewolf by Night. And I'm like, Werewolf by Night? You guys are in the crates. They are digging in the bottom of the soup pan. I said, oh, we're just in the gutter here. He told Padme, I killed him with the woman and the children. I killed them, the women and the children. He did. Ewok Hunt was so fun. I don't think I ever played Ewok Hunt. Was that a game? I don't think I ever played it. What, ISIS? I don't think I said anything. I don't know what that face is about. I don't know what you might have heard. Maybe you got a bad stream or something going on. Sometimes these things Wi-Fi's. I can't imagine the Wi-Fi is that strong in Louisiana. What's the face for, Big Sis Chris? What I say? I don't know what you guys are making these faces for. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what's going on. You guys are something's happening. Maybe you guys have been hacked on that side and you're hearing things that I didn't say or something. Possibly, maybe. No, it's Annie's oh, what'd she say? Let me go back up. Oh, for R. Kelly. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're not doing that. His ass is right where it needs to be. They need to recast T'Challa. They do. I can't wait to see the movie though. I'm more supporting Ryan Coogler because he's an amazing storyteller director. So I'm excited to see what he does with it. And it should be very emotional. We'll see what happens. Good stories except She-Hulk. I don't think I said that, Isis. I'm pretty sure that's not a direct quote. You said you put the quotation marks in there. It better be exactly right. Every single word better be correct with the quotation mark. Ewalkum was a map and starters Battlefront. Oh man, I did. I used to play the first Battlefront. Me and my nephew got in Battlefront 2. I don't know if I did that one though. Now we ain't got good Wi-Fi in the host. No, we ain't got good Wi-Fi in the host. No, now we ain't got. I mean, I don't know. I've never been. I don't know. That's some states don't have good Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I assume Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas. I just can't imagine those states having good Wi-Fi. It's too much country land for them to have good Wi-Fi. I'll mark the timestamp once they upload. No, Isis, that's being petty. We don't need to do all that. That's pettiness. We need to get that out of our hearts. Okay? There are other things to do with that time that we can be using to love each other. Okay? Promote love, peace, prosperity. We need to be doing those things. Everything else is just petty, Isis, and you're better than that. You're better than that. You're better than that, Isis. Be the bigger person. I'm the immature dumb one. You're the bigger person. Hold up, Chaz. Oh shit, what I do, Miss McKeever? What I do? Robert can stay where he is, and they need to put more of his people in with him. Facts. I'll mark. Would She-Hulk be better if it was more like Boston Legal? I never watched it. You laugh, but you pay a $6 a gallon for gas, and y'all water running out. I paid $5.70 today, so thank you very much. It was a lot cheaper. And I don't know, water running out. Is it? I never been like, oh, it's a water shortage. Yeah. I always said it's Ally McBeal meets New Girl. Oh, but she's green, so it's different. Say they need to get different writers. The direction is that show is stop. I laugh at your 5-7. Well, that's true. It's ridiculous. Gas is ridiculous. Good thing I don't really go nowhere. I'll be like, ooh, I come to the office and I go home. That's it. I don't be out. You coming out? No, I'm not going out. Out is expensive. I'll be working. I just keep planning to work money. I never seen Ally McBeal. Maybe that's why I like She-Hulk. No, that's not why you like She-Hulk, Isis. You're just settling for mediocrity. You're letting them tell you it's a fun show because every time she looks in the camera, she goes, huh? Right? You're enjoying this, right? You like me? Huh? I'm charming and witty, right? Huh? Do you see yourself in me? Can you relate? Pander. Sick of this. It's also why I hated Homegirl from Captain Marvel. Am I charming yet? I'm trying to be like Tony Stark, but I don't have any charisma. I have none. There's zero charisma. Somebody like me. You'll love Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal was solid, though. I remember laughing at Ally McBeal. I put my foot down when some poor animator had to animate her to working. It's just dumb. Somebody was like, great idea. Jesus. Universal with the Hulk's movies, right? Universal? No, it's my ball. Somebody told me it's a couple years up, then Universal loses the rights, something like that. But the pandering works. I'd be relating like a motherfucker. This is a girl who's unsure about herself in her 30s. You think your 20s are hard. Wait till you get to your 30s. I'm like, oh my God. Let's tell this story over and over. You don't drink beer. It's ladylike to drink beer. You don't drink beer. I don't drink beer. Is it ladylike to drink beer? Is it ladylike? I don't know if it's ladylike, but I don't think it's unladylike to drink beer, right? Is that not like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's not ladylike to drink a beer. Women like beer. They make all those Michelob Ultra commercials for women. Michelob Ultra, 0 carbs. And women's always like, I'm drinking one now. Yeah, women drink beer. My mom every now and then she's like, sometimes I like a good beer. I like a good beer. I think beer is just disgusting. You are the Lions. Are the Lions making the playoffs? No. No. You know what's funny, man? People will be like, Chaz, the Lions this year, Hard Knocks. Yeah. They're gonna be 40. They got the highest team. What is it? They got the highest scoring percentage in the league. Yeah. And then it's gotta be 29-0. I don't fall for it. I had the eye test. I can tell if a team is good by watching them. The Lions were not good. They didn't get better. I'm drinking one now. A 40 ounce? Not 40s. That's what I'm paying to. Tangerine Express Hazy IPA. International P Association. I don't know what IPA stands for. International Poppy, Milk of the Poppy. International Pharmacy. I don't know. I don't know anything about alcohol at all, guys. People like, there's way too many alcohols, and my wife knows them all, and it's a problem. It's scary that she knows every single alcohol ever. I've never heard someone mention alcohol. She's like, never heard of it. She's like, oh yeah, I like that. That's not like, oh, I love that. I'm like, you are an alcoholic. I'm pretty sure my wife drinks all the time. She's not on here, so Before the X-Men officially start an MCU movie, I hope we get a television series with the cast. I don't give a shit about the cast. They're bringing back the 1990 X-Men for Disney Plus. That's all I care about. That's the real victory. They're bringing back the OG cartoon, and I'm so hyped. That I can't wait for. Hopefully they don't She-Hulk it up. You know what I'm saying? Indian Pale Ale. Oh, India Pale Ale. India. Oh, okay. 24-ounce Corona. I bet you Corona hated that when that virus name popped. They were like, okay. All right, how do we spin this one? Coronavirus, corona. We're fucked. We're fucked. Shit. God damn it. Corona's the only beer I think that I ever had. I can't say I enjoyed it, but I was like, oh, okay. And I had to put one of them little lemons in it, and it fizzed up. I mean, She's Your Wife liquor was in the vials. Wow, Simpson. That was very clever, and I'm very mad. I'm very mad that you did it so fast and so clever. Very upset by that. The lower North Americans were still drinking them up. The lower North Americans? Dumb people boycotted them. People did. They were like, Corona has Corona. And they were like, how? How do we have the coronavirus in our drinks? It says it on it. Don't throw your little kissy faces at me, then laughter. Pick one. Are you laughing at me? You're showing me love. I don't like when somebody makes fun of me. They're like, I love you. Like, they don't sound like it. You ain't say nothing nice. It was just the insult, but you love me. Somehow, insults is my love language. It doesn't make sense. I couldn't give them away 2 years ago. Corona, we got you fucked up. We don't fuck you up. Right. We kill your kidneys, not your lungs. Coronavirus. Come on. We don't touch the respiratory. Nothing to do with us there, buddy. I'm excited about they have a I keep popping my ears, man. I keep trying to. My ears a little better, but it's not that great yet. There's a my wife's really excited about. This was we doing a Jon Snow spinoff where he's beyond the wall now. I really hate how they ended all that, but they have a chance to correct some things if they go. One of the spinoffs didn't make it. I forgot what the other spinoff was supposed to be from House of the Dragons. One didn't make it. Because there's a couple of directions they could go. They could give you, House Stark continuing. That'd be boring. They could give you one with what was the girl's name? When she went solo to be an assassin out in the world. What was the girl's name? Arya Stark. I wouldn't mind the story about Jon didn't make it. I heard it did. I heard recently that it did. Like they were like in the process of shooting it. Oh, that's really old, but I heard they were in the process of shooting it. But there was another one that didn't make it. But I could be 100% wrong. Yeah. Which me being wrong is so rare. I wish they did. I wish they did I liked Arya. Was one of the most compelling characters. She just didn't blossom cutely, if that makes sense. She just got kind of weird looking, And it's not her fault. Poor thing. You know what's funny too? As soon as she turned 18, they gave her a sex scene. Like it was really weird. Like they couldn't wait for her to turn 18 on that show. It's weird. No, just me. They gotta stop doing that. They gotta stop doing that. They gotta stop that. They gotta stop that. They gotta stop with the kid stuff. They gotta stop with the kid stuff. It's crazy. It's enough. It's enough. They made Bron's character so boring. Yeah, Bron could have been dope. He was really boring. Oh, he do all this and see inside of a bird. I was like, okay. It was cringe. It's all too much. The House of the Dragons, it's all too much. I gotta stop. But this is the era that let's come on. Just be like, okay, we can't do that because they're too young. I don't feel comfortable. Make somebody of honor. Just cut it out. It's too much with the kids, guys. It's too much with the children. Leave the babies alone. It's enough. Ew. But it be these old white dudes, man. Yeah. There we go. I'm glad when they adapted if they never showed the gangbang. Oh wow. To who, Sage D? Who got the bang? Who? Was it a gangbang or was it a rape? Very different. One is willing, one's, Fireball Whiskey whispers temptation in my ear. Fireball Whiskey. I had a shot of Fireball Whiskey one time, guys. Never again. It was disgusting. It was one of the worst things I ever chose to do, but it was my buddy's bachelor party. And they were, the Fireball Whiskey. Yeah, and they were all about it. And it's like, you gotta do it. If you don't do anything else, do this one, and we won't ask you to do anything again. And I was like, all right, man, I'll do one if you motherfuckers leave me alone. And it was horrible. And the IT book, All the Boys on a Train on Beverly. In the It book, like the clown, like that book. What? How did we get to It? Is that what you're talking about, Sage D? Like It, as in like Stephen King's It? Is that what you're talking about? Pennywise. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. That's too much. We weren't talking about that at all, Big Sis Chris. I don't know where Sage D, I don't know where that came from, but you were definitely talking about Game of Thrones. I thought that's where you were going. I was like, what character was Game of Thrones? That's somebody aside. But still, crazy. Yeah, I don't know where you came through with It though. I went back up and was like, did we go back up? Oh, maybe Monk's Hood said It was cringe. Did Sage D, did you think it was talking about it as in the book? Or Monks, were you talking about it in the book? Because I think you were talking about it as in the age stuff, right? Are we on the same page? Is Sage D doing that was off? Because it says it was cringe up here. And then Sage D was like, yeah, it was totally cringe. There was a whole gangbang in there. And we're like, huh? You're like, you guys know, Beverly, gangbang, it, Pennywise. Yeah. I think that's what happened. I think there was a confusion there. You know? I think that's where the part happened that we all went different ways in this conversation. Because there's too much going on. What just happened here? Books are always so different. From what I hear, people that for the most part, because the biggest difference I hear is that okay, so Bran is a warg who can see in other animals. Supposedly, everybody on the mom side was like all the kids were wargs also, and they were using their werewolves. What were those wolves called? Dire wolves, and they could see through them and be wargs also. So that's what I heard from the book, is that a lot of those kids all had this power to be wargs that we didn't see. Also, I hear that after the wedding, that the mom who was killed, the Stark's wife, comes back as a different character, like Lady Red or something like that, and she becomes like this powerful zombie person. So there's a couple big things, because that would have been dope, that was left out from the books. But also, I'm just like, man, you didn't have to rush Game of Thrones. We were in the Red Witch, something like that. Yeah. Like right now, the way they're going through the House of the Dragon, these time changes, I'm just going like, you guys don't need to rush this stuff. There's plenty of story in here. There's so much story. I don't know why they're just this time jump. And it's like, are we covering 200 years and 10 seasons and 100 episodes? Like, what's the plan? You know? I don't know. But we could have took our time with Game of Thrones. As long as you keep the story good, we're in. That's what made me think about that. Mentioned Arya getting a sex scene at 18, and that made me think about the scene in it, and then I'm glad they never did that. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Unnecessary. Got it at Sage. Yeah, I mean, super, super unnecessary for any of that, man. For children? Come on, man. Come on. Not necessary. They're not the babies. Not the babies. Not necessary. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, even. If you guys keep seeing me do this, I'm not on coke at all. I'm just trying to get my ear to pop. It's not I can like every time I do hear my ear pop. So you guys think I got the coke head jaw. I'm like, yeah, man, anyways. All right. His House of the Dragon melting the rings of power. His House of the Dragons melting. The House of the Dragons is Rings of Power is garbage. It is so boring. It is so boring. I remember me and you were like, oh, something about to happen, and then nothing happened for the next episode. It's like, this is a boring show. I've heard a lot of complaints about it online, but there's gonna be some person online like, I like it. The Bobby, yeah, the Bobby Brown jaw. Yeah, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was me, Whitney, it was all of us. They're not even talking, just doing this. Yeah. Chris Brown got it too now. Yeah. They can't even help it. I think they should shoot the end during the season and just do a flashback. They're running out of steam. You got to know where you're going to end. It's the most important thing, man. Anytime we start a season, we start with the end of the season. Anytime I start a script, I start with the ending. You got to know what the ending is first. Once you know your ending 100%, you're good, bro. And you know what you need to get here. You go, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this. You can tell your story. Yeah, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. We didn't finish Rings of Power. And Yo's a really big Lord of the Rings fan. Nerd alert. She's like, I read all the books. I was like, oh, I read them. Watch the movies. Went right all the books. I'm a reader also. Well, I don't read anymore. I get read to now by Audible. From right here, if you type in, I got nothing for Audible. I got no ads. There's not an ad in the world that would trust me to deliver their shit without saying something horrible. They would know damn well I'm going to say something horrible. I'm going to say something awful. And if you don't want to be getting murdered, I'm saying something horrible right now. Like, speaking of abortion, you can cancel anytime. What? It's the same thing. What do you mean you're taking my ads away? There's never going to be a time where they'll let me just go off. Lord of the Rings, trash garbage. It sounds like Rings of Power is a terrible title. It should be Rings of Must. It should be a different show in that time slot. F Books, BT Kingsley. What a great quotes from Kingsley. His K don't make sense. What's his K? He'd be trying to do the K. It doesn't ever make sense. There it is. It don't look like a K. I was like, this is a K, right? Like K. Every kiss a K. This is more K-like. But he be doing this. I don't know what he's always trying to. What does he do? He does something like whatever it is. I don't even remember the ending of Game of Thrones because they started irritating me, so I wasn't paying attention. Now I have no Jedi. Watch the House of Dragons. The House of Dragons is solid. Don't get me wrong now. House of Dragons is a solid show. It's solid. But also, I hated the first season of Game of Thrones because I was like, oh, okay, here's a white family. And then they brought a whole nother white family. And I was like, oh, snap. I don't know who's who. And then I had to keep watching it. And then I was like, okay, he's a star. And he died. And I was like, well, he's not the star. Oh, okay, he's the star of the show. Oh, he died. You didn't know who the star of the show was until season 5, 6. It was the last people standing. You're like, oh, it's their show. Oh, okay. We were spending entire times with people who had nothing to do with the show. We were just there. We hung out with all the Starks as they died. I was like, oh, okay, well, he's not the. Oh, okay, he's not the. It was mad deaths. And we see House Baratheon, House Stark. I don't want to be House Rogers. This is not intimidating. House Rogers. You'd be like, what y'all, man? What do y'all do over there? Y'all accountants? No, we're not. We're murderers. House Rogers. No, y'all don't kill. We tell jokes. I never saw the other two Lord of the Rings because the way the first one ended still pissing me off. So no Rings of Power. What happened in the first one? Ned straight. Yeah. The way they killed Ned, I said, hey, what? And I couldn't believe it. I thought he was the star of the show. So I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? That somebody comes and they save him. Then it was like clap, and I was like, oh snap! They just killed him. Because you can't put that back unless he would have just got up. Game of Thrones is like a comic got killed, or you love this character, man. You be like, come on, dog. But what House of Dragons is doing that I'm not liking is they're killing off all the black people. All the black people are dying on that show. Why? One by one, they're all getting murdered, and it's about to be the House of the White Dragons. So you just gave us a whole race of people. They are dying one by one. There's 2 left. There's 2 left, and they're half black. So technically, there's 1. You know, that's it. We're down to the nitty gritty of it. Like, come on, man. Everybody else is servant still. Come on. What? I'm about to get into that. What was the point of that? People really get mad and be like, back in the time, it's a made-up world. This world doesn't even exist. This is not historic. It's nobody's real names. Come on, baby. Or bring some more Africans in. You know what I mean? Niggas ran whole kingdoms. House of Massive. Yeah, for real. I signed for it so I could return to the video store on my way to work and kept thinking I was going to have to pay for another day because they still weren't whenever they were trying to go. Those movies are long. Those movies are long. Lord of the Rings are some long movies. There's no doubt about that. Then this shit just went off. Because they had 2 more movies, Simpson. They knew where they were going. You had to do the second one. The second one's my favorite one. I forgot what it was called. But also, Lord of the Rings video games were dope. They had some dope video games. They were 3 for 3 in video games. I remember I was like, yo, this shit fire. They did a great job. Yo, GoldenEye came back on the Switch, and I have not played it yet. Nor have I played Majora's Mask. What am I doing with my life? They're like 3 hours at least. Absolutely. Absolutely 3 hours. But GoldenEye on the Switch? Come on, people. Come on. What is better than this? What a time to be alive. Am I right? It's genius right there. I need Izzy to grow up so I have somebody to play with. She'll play Mario Kart right now, but she's not good yet. But man, Izzy be in last place. Like, I got first place. Like, all right, baby. Be dead last. I'm number 12. Woo. Okay, Izzy. She'll say it in Spanish. Dulce. There you go. That's my baby. You're a winner. Yeah, I just pump her full of. You're gonna be telling Izzy shit one day. You're gonna be like 3 + 3 is 6. It's gonna be like, my dad said it was 4, and it's 4 because I'm right all the time because my dad says so. So it's definitely gonna be that Bobby Boucher effect on her. But Papa said, Papa said it's gonna be that all day. What is Izzy naturally good at right now? Naturally good at? I don't know. She's funny. Izzy's pretty funny. Izzy, she gets comedy now. She'd be like, "Is that funny?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's funny." But she'd be like, "Let's prank." So that stuff is in there. Loves a good prank. Just a great imagination. You know, we'll play dolls and stuff like that. I'm a great doll player, by the way. She's been doing her gymnastics, so she's getting more athletic that way. But it's not like she's doing flips off of couches and shit. She's just doing basic cartwheels and stuff now. They're getting better. I never read those books either. In the fantasy series I did read, I thought I had a better story and should have been a movie, so I'm slightly biased too. What fantasy? What are you talking about, Simpson? What fantasy series? What's the fantasy series you did read? I can imagine Chaz telling Izzy penises of the devil. She knows that now. Why, Papa? Is it just a language thing? What? Why, Papa? Why? Oh, why, Papa? I thought you were doing Izzy's voice. Like, why, Papa? Because she does that. Why? Because everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. I don't want to be another dad or daddy. That's weak. I don't want to be dad. It's too many. Everybody's dad. We'll be out so much like, Papa. Yep. I know it's me. I always know it's me. I hear very few papas here and there. Very few. Had I seen Black Panther first, I definitely would have been Baba. When he was like, Baba, why did you not get my nephew? Baba. Oh, my son. I don't know. I do horrible accents. But that's why. That's why. And that's just like I always thought about that. I was like, who wants to be dad, dog? It's too many. Hey, dad. Hey, dad. Hey, dad. That's my Bobby Hill voice from King of the Hill. Hey, dad. Can I have another fruit pie? Waterboy's a great movie, and I enjoy Little Nicky. Little Nicky was bad, but Waterboy, genius. Little Nicky was not a good movie though. I remember watching Little Nicky and being like, "Hey man, well you can't get them all right." You know, he had a great streak going into Little Nicky too. I don't know if it did well or not, but it was not a great movie. But we were hyped to see it because we were like, Adam Sandler's about to do it again. He's back. He was killing the theaters. He's made some of my favorite man. I'm telling you guys, I wore out this Bailey Madison VHS that I bought from a friend. I borrowed from a friend. I borrowed this VHS tape and wore it out. That tape did not. I watched that movie all the time, every day, and died laughing. I liked Billy Madison more than I did Happy Gilmore, and they were both classics. The classics on classics. I remember the first time I saw Happy Gilmore, I was at somebody's house, and they were watching on VHS, and I was dying. And they were like, "You've never seen him? You don't know Adam Sandler?" I was like, "No." They were like, "You don't watch SNL?" I was like, "What is that?" I never heard of SNL or nothing. They were like, "What?" I know it's bad, but I enjoy it. Shittiness of it. His formula works. There's bad movies that I like. I can't even get mad. Not bad TV shows, ISIS, but there's bad movies that you'd be like, this is kind of endearing. I can see the appeal. The Belgorod 5 books and the Mallorean 5 books by David Eddings. Oh wow. I've never heard of these. The Belgariad. Are they good? All right, I'm tired. I told you guys I was tired when we started. I came in the game tired. I was like, "Coach, I'm tired, but put me in." But you don't mess with the Zohan's top tier. I like the mess with the Zohan top tier, as in what? As in his top, as in Sandler's top 3-5 movies? Because no. When Ben Stiller's threatening the old lady, go to sleep. Oh, put you to sleep. Ben Stiller under mirror. Where are you sitting today? I'm by the door in the office. There's the main office. What's up, Toots? There's the door, if you can see it over that side. So I'm just on the other side. The TV's on this side. And the steps, you see? So I'm over here. So I'm on this side today. Yeah. Oh, I know, huh? I found a cup of pro. I don't care about that. Get out of here, you. Yep, out of Sandler's top movies. No. But what number out of, when you say top tier, are you talking about top 3, top 5, top 10? What's the top tier mean, HD? Because it's not top 3. I might put you in the top 5, but it's definitely not top 3. I didn't see you. Where are you? What do you mean you didn't see me? Are you here? You didn't see me where? What's she talking about, man? My wife's stalking me and shit. Wives be stalking, you know what I'm saying? Let me see you. They're dope. It's almost time for me to read them again. I want to get another set to my son so he can read. That's dope. To me, it's a 10. Zohan's a great movie. Zohan's very funny, but if you're talking about over Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Waterboy, like, nah, it don't beat none of those 4. And that was just on the top of my head. It doesn't beat Click. That's 5 monsters. That Zohan does not beat. You just never know when I might pop up. I just always assume that you're gonna pop. Is why I can't cheat in peace. Never know where you are. Oh, jeez. Look, they gave you all the alcohol in the world. Y'all stop feeding into her problem. I told y'all. She's going to the meetings. Stop enticing her, Stimson. You know, she's trying to get her 30 day. Keep you on your toes. Yeah, for real. Let her get her 30-day button. Okay? Yeesh. She's trying, huh? And there they go. Just put the drinks all up in the emojis. She's up here like, I could just use a sip. Just a switch, just a taste. Just a taste. I do not have a problem. That's what they all say. I can quit whenever I want. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a problem. You have a problem. All right? We've seen this before. I'd be more reassured if she was like, "You're right. I'm gonna see somebody." I'll tell you when I'm drunk. Okay. I'm not saying anything. I haven't had a drink all week. That's a lie. Oh, unless you're talking about this week, as in today, because this weekend you sure as hell did. That's a lie. But if Monday starts the week, then maybe. I don't know. Is he gonna need a kidney? Yo's gonna be like, nope, you don't want these. No, I use all these. Can I get a piece of liver? No, no, you don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. Keep on going. Keep on going. Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. I support you getting help for your problem. I'm here for you. What kind of adult beverages do you enjoy sipping on with the wifey? I don't sip with the wifey. Yeah, water. I drink water all the time. I just saw Candace Owen run past me. False alarm. It was a squirrel. Why does she look like a chipmunk? She looks like a woodland creature. That's mad funny. She does. She looks like a little beaver. But to just make some dams in the river. This week starts the day after you finish drinking, Dad. Oh my God. This is why Yo can't hang out with y'all. This is why. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. You know what Candace Owen has? She has a sunken in chin. You know what I mean? Her chin is like kind of like goes in a little bit, like where her weak jaw, and then her teeth come out a little. You know. You kind of very. Right. She's very Chippendale-ish. Yeah. Chip and Candace. Rescue Rangers. Chip and Candace. I don't feel like cooking. Who still eats fish sticks? Whoa. What are you, a 12-year-old? And her eyes are very save the forest. Yeah, they're big doe eyes. Like she can see on the sides in case there's any predators. Yeah. She was like, real niggas. Scamper. She scurries. I'm just taking a scurry in the park. I get some exercise in. She just runs up trees and runs back down. And the fish sticks ain't Vandicamps. I don't want it. Why do you know the brand of fish sticks? Fish stick, come on, man. Fish sticks. Ugh. Just gross. They are. I haven't had a fish stick. I can't even think since high school I've had a fish stick. Yeah, that sounds awful. A fish stick sounds horrible. Horrible. I like Gorgonzola. The cheese? I don't think I've ever had the cheese. Yo, but frozen. Well, don't eat them frozen, but we'll buy. Ooh, what's it called? What's the garbanzo bean? Not garbanzo bean. I think garbanzo bean. The Middle Eastern falafels. We'll buy falafels and put those in the air fryer. They'd be fire though. Candace Owen wasn't over the hedge. Prove me wrong. Yeah. Man, why is she like that? Falafel. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. My brain is shutting down, y'all. I got it. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, let me go and get out of here, man. Let me go face the old ball and lovely wife. Huh? Yeah? Yeah, you guys fell for it. I gotta tell you, Yo, text me before you log in, see what we're talking about. Sometimes Yo just be missing some wild stuff. She just be skating past the wildness at times. And so we made some a few months back on the basic Kraft mac and cheese with the powdered cheese, trying to be nostalgic. Now we leave the past in the past. Yeah, sounds awful. you were doing the nostalgic hood snack, like Nah, that's a bad idea. Peace to the gods. Man, Monk, sir, thanks for joining us today, man. You hung out for a while too, bro. Some people be in and out, I just be creeping in the background. Like, let me see who all in here before I come in. But you came up in, you took a seat in the front. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Hope you had a good time. Good time. Oh, tomorrow, I don't think I'll be on. So I'm supposed to meet. Wait. Hold on. Before I make up some stuff. No, I'll be on tomorrow. Next Tuesday, I got to go to Lack Studio to be a part of What You Know About That. If you haven't seen, man, check out Lack's show on Caffeine, What You Know About That. Lack has his own show on the All Def page on Caffeine Network, Deion Lack. So please support my bro and watch his show, What You Know About That. Shantae also has one she does on Sundays, and Clayton CT has one also. All the homies, and my man Brandon Lewis has one also on Caffeine, Roast Me. So, and Clayton's is called Villainy. So please, man, support the homies, man. Let them click on their little things so they can get some love and likes and all that good stuff. Especially, I don't care about anything on there, but Lack, CT, B-Lou, and Shantae, them family. So, and actually, I think Craig Smith, that's my bruv. So those are the homies, man. That's my fam. So yeah, so please watch it. Anyways, I'll be here tomorrow. So most of you guys are catching the Daddy Issues Live. If you're on the Patreon, I will send you the link before. The Patreon's $3. If you guys want to hop in, it's just $3. I got the Daddy Issues unedited episodes will be up tonight, and I'm gonna try to post this reaction video. I don't know if YouTube's gonna let me do it or not, but I'll post it and see what happens. So we'll see. If you want the Patreon, it's just patreon.com/ShazRogers. And like I said, it's just $3. And I'll put all that good stuff up, man. I don't like the caffeine app. I can't get it on my TV. Watch it on your tablet. Stimson? No? The phone? No? We'll do all good folks. Go to the tap in. Yeah, man. We'll do all good folks. Got to tap in. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. See y'all. Manana, good people. Deuces, fam, and D. Y'all. See y'all, man. Thank y'all for hopping in for real. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace.